Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Holding Court with the Empress of West Hollywood. My name is Enoch Miller, your Empress of WeHo, and we're super excited today to be put on by GayLifeLA.com and also for Rough House Trading. And we wanted to give a special thank you to Kings Road Apartments for letting us utilize the space right here, which is this gorgeous space right over in Kings and Melrose. And we're really excited to have these sexy boys here with us from Echo V.
Hello.
Hi, boys. So we have 3 of the 5 boys that are here today. We have here, starting on my left, Gamma. Then we have Devin and Randy. Mike and Jay just couldn't make it today with scheduling issues. They live out in the buttfuck of nowhere, and so it takes them forever to get around here. So they're busy, but they're with us in spirit, and we'll make fun of them. So because they can't defend themselves, sucks to be you. All right, so we'll start with you guys to just talk about a little bit how Echo V got started, because it's a really cool thing, a gay boy band, which I mean. There's technically 17 out there, but none of them actually came out. So you're the first ones that have actually been there from the get-go as an all-gay male band. Gamma, how did that start originally back in 2016?
That was actually kind of an accident. When we were put together, the idea of the group was for 5 straight men to kind of like a Chippendale show. But we all ended up being gay, so we decided to go the route. It happened, so it happened for a reason, so here we are a few years later.
And it's great, and it's actually just been really quick. Devin, talk about the initial process of putting you guys all together, because obviously there was an interview kind of audition process. Kind of explain how that worked.
Well, we were all auditioned. We had to find the right sound for each of us, and how that contributed to the group sound, and just kind of finding what our strengths were as a group, what we needed to improve upon, seeing how we're gonna, what are we gonna write about as an all-gay group, and we just made our decisions and flew from there.
How long or how many different iterations of the interview process did it take? Was it like a group of 15, they got whittled down to 10, they got whittled down to 5, or how did that quite work?
It was more like swapping.
Okay, so just bringing people in and then saying, oh, you work, you don't work, this, that.
Yeah, because we had to really find how we were connected, what drew us together, and besides being gay in music, what made us want to make music together, and make a cohesive sound.
Gotcha. And then Randy, so you guys kind of got all this together. You're developing the sound, which is a kind of a mix between hip hop, R&B, and pop. And so when you guys are putting this all together, kind of what is the goal that you guys have to put this music out there for people to hear?
I mean, our goal is just to have something for people to enjoy.
Okay.
Something to where they can just, if they're feeling down, they can listen to Let You Go and really relate to it. Mm-hmm. Just, feel the emotion that we put into our song.
Yeah. And the great part about, and I'll have you explain a little bit more about this, because their first single that just came out, it just launched just last week, actually.
Yes.
And we're really excited about that. It's called Let You Go. Explain the emotion behind that, because it's really about kind of the end of a relationship and not wanting to let someone go. Kind of explain the thought process behind creating this song.
The thought process about the song is actually created by Jay, because he's the actual author of the song. And from the sound of it, it seems like it's basically about him cheating, I guess, in the past, and just how he had to let go of that situation and how he moved forward. So,
as the audience says,
girls
are hoe.
A very personal experience.
Right. So he wrote it from heart. So it's a way for people. A lot of people can relate to it.
Yeah,
a lot of people cheat.
Not everybody's an angel.
Right. And that's true though, and it's great to have music that's relatable, that people can say, I'm like, oh my god, I've been there, done that, or I've had someone do that to me as well. When doing this together and you're sitting there developing music, how does this kind of all work together? Gamma, explain the concept of someone comes up with an idea, or do you guys have an idea already in mind? How do you guys get started on making a song?
What I personally do when I write my stuff, I find a beat, I find a melody that I like, then I start singing along with it, what comes to mind, find a melody that fits to it, then after that I start finding words, then you find the first verse and you go to the chorus. If I need some help, then you go to the ones that you learn from, because I've learned so much from them. And they definitely, if it's something that I'm writing personally, then I go out to them for harmonies or any ideas that they might have, and I guess, learning from each other, and we'll do the same thing.
Well, and I love this, that, I mean, and Devin, you can explain a little bit more how, like, because, I mean, especially as a group, there's a lot of personalities, there's a lot of individuals, there's a lot of different ideas and stuff, always. And, but the great thing about having all these different voices and all these different people that have great talent, when you go and go and rehearse, what's the cool thing about going to rehearsals with 5 different guys and all the stuff that kind of comes together through a rehearsal?
Well, just the general diversity of everything, from having someone who speaks fluently in multiple languages to someone who was raised in a different country coming over. Like, we all represent so much that when we come together, it's really a unique experience. Not just musically, but physically, emotionally, we all connect in so many facets. So.
And it's really cool too. I mean, I love that Randy bring up the diversity of it, because I mean, it is made. This group was made with the mindset of being a diverse group and not just all white boy band singers. It was made with the intent to be diverse. What would Yeah. So the people that don't know, explain the different diversities you already have here in the group, and then kind of how those all play together with your guys' backgrounds.
I mean, just being Asian, the fact that I'm Asian, there's Mexican, African American, and we have white, so it's kind of cool. We hit different kind of markets in the industry, or not just that, in like different world. We will target the whole world basically in the head. So if we have a message in our music, the whole world will get to listen to it.
Yeah, because they can relate to at least one or a couple of you, or like different things with that. So let's talk a little bit with, again, going back to Let It Go, or Let You Go, sorry, Let You Go, that's coming out just this last week. And what's really exciting is if you guys want to have a chance to go see the video release, they're going to be doing a video release party this Friday at Mickey's West Hollywood from 7 to 9 p.m. And you can come check out. They're doing happy hour pricing for drinks. And it's going to be a lot of fun to get to meet the boys and actually talk to them about the music and everything with that. When you guys finally put this out there to get the music done, and now you're working on the video, what was the initial inspiration? Devin, I'll go with you. What was the initial inspiration to put the video together?
Well, it's a very emotional song, very heartfelt song, and we really wanted to convey that emotion in every aspect, from being in the studio while writing it, to just being together cohesively, really, really just feeling, emoting, just having so much drama. So much drama
for your mama.
Drama for your mama.
And I mean, I've seen the video, so I get a sneak peek. Thank you. And actually, you can check out some of it from what they did last week on our sister show, Listen Sweetie with Eric Cristivo, and they have a clip from that as well. But Gamma, when it comes out for this, and it's a great shot because it's all secluded, you're kind of up against the wall in a way, and then kind of you show that emotion of being kind of like in this like kind of dark space, but a very emotional space. Where were you guys shooting at, and then kind of how long did it take you guys to complete the full video?
It didn't actually take that long. We were actually at the studio where we actually record vocals. We happened to be recording our next single, Bestie, which is coming out. Pretty soon. We were recording the vocals that day, and we might as well say, let's bring the camera, film, and as we record Bestie, why not take some, shoot or footage of us on the mic for Let You Go, and we decided to use it for the shoot, and I think it looks great.
Awesome. Well, and then Randy, let's let you give everyone a little sneak preview about what Bestie is about, because the great thing is it features another amazing artist, Pretty Boy Rock, and he's going to be a special guest feature in it as well. So what's kind of the inspiration behind Bestie, and then are you guys working on a video yet, or has that come on the works next?
That will be our next project. It's the music video. But the whole storyline about Bestie is more about having that bestie with some best benefits. And it basically talks about the hunt on the grinder, of course. It's an interesting layout of a song about how we just want to play cat and mouse.
It's the game. So it's the whole thing is.
Yes.
It's the game of the Catch Me If You Can.
Right.
Okay.
See, we had to let go of that little innocence and all the drama and all that kind of stuff.
There is no innocence in this group, by the way, people. There's no fucking innocence at all. These boys are filth. No, I'm kidding. No, but it's a lot of fun, and I mean the great. I mean, shower daily together. That will be on Grindr later for Xtube or fans only. We're working on that.
Yes.
Okay. And
oh my gosh.
So I got started. But no, it's really exciting to see that you guys are like the progression of it, because you don't like songs that are just like it's one song and it's a totally different song that doesn't even at all tie into the other ones. So I really like that you guys are telling a story through these, because then it's a cool progression between it all. So the great thing about what you guys are doing as this diverse group is really just kind of bringing to the fact that, first of all, it's a gay boy band, never been done before. The fact that you guys come all different backgrounds and cultures. I'd like to touch on a little bit of some of the different backgrounds of you guys, and then really just kind of highlight what makes you guys so different and unique, and how that all ties in together with what you guys do as the whole group together. So I'm going to start with Randy.
Okay.
So you're originally from
Philippines.
From the Philippines, but in the U.S. you're in Denver.
Yes,
first.
I grew up in Denver.
Okay.
I moved to the U.S. in '95.
In 95.
I was 8 years old.
Okay.
And went to high school in Denver and moved here when I was around 20.
Okay.
Right after.
And then you're right. Are you in San Pedro or?
No.
Oh no, you're here in LA.
Yeah, I moved here
in
now,
LA.
so I'm in Hollywood now.
Okay, and so you've done a lot of stuff. Kind of your focuses end up being more like entertainment, nightlife,
yes,
modeling, dancing, acting, and singing, obviously.
Yes.
So sorry.
No, go ahead.
And then so some of the different stuff you've done towards around here that some people might know. He's done off and on work with Rage nightclub in West Hollywood.
Yes.
You've done spokesmodeling with Yellowstone,
yes,
and the
Cisco
underwear as well, and you can also see him modeling the underwear for Rough House Trading Company.
Yes.
So because I know the modeling and acting life is so night and day different from doing music. What were the kind of the differences you can point out between acting and modeling to actually doing singing and recording?
Well, it's actually it's different layers of passion.
Okay.
Because it depends on what you want to deliver as an artist.
Okay.
Because music is different. You can send a message through music,
okay,
through people, through heart, through whatever. It's a way for people to understand your situation, really listen.
Okay.
If you're acting in the industry, you're actually acting a role.
Got it.
You're not being yourself. You're not sending a message. You're portraying what they want you to act.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's the big difference between being music and acting industry. And modeling, of course, is just standing there looking pretty. So
which she does very well, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean, it's when it comes to doing a shoot for like an 8-hour shoot compared to an 8-hour vocal training session, is there a lot of the same kind of strain and stress and everything you have to do, or is it very different in the different regards for the two of them?
It's actually very different.
Okay.
Because when you're on a shoot for acting, it's you're more just waiting.
Okay.
You're just more just in the back waiting for your turn. If you're like, okay, we need you on set, and time for you, prepare your lines or whatnot. When it's in the music, there's more fire in it.
Okay.
Because you really have to put your mind and your body and your into it. You really have to use your instrument. Really gotta present how you want to sound and how you want the music to sound.
This is gonna be so fucking dirty. I'm sorry, everyone. We're just gonna have double entendre on top of double entendre. Like I said, these boys are nasty. So I totally understand that, because you're right. You're utilizing different aspects of literally of your entire body for one set rather than the other. So it totally makes sense with that. So it's really cool. I love this quote that you have up. It's just one of those days when it's not my problem. And it's very much your personality. You're like, I'm not going to worry about it. And if it is, sorry, not sorry. But I really love that your personality, especially, is just very fun and bubbly. And honestly, all of them is a lot of fun. They're a very interesting group of guys. What would you say is kind of your one thing throughout your life that you really had to go, okay, I had to really struggle to overcome this, but once I did, bam, my life started moving forward in a great direction?
I think it was more of depression.
Okay.
Because I got to a point where, you know, everybody has their dark times, but I got to a point where, I almost kind of tried to hurt myself.
Yeah.
But then I sat there and had to think about it. That's selfish.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking of myself, my problems, me.
Yeah.
You know, when everybody else has worse problems out there. So it kind of made me realize, wake up, you know, kind of did some soul searching to a point where I found myself. I found who I am. I found who I really am, and it made me more unstoppable, I guess.
Yeah, that's really awesome that you bring up, because a lot of people don't realize, especially in the LGBT community, so many young youth, gay youth, that will struggle with these issues of self-harm, drugs, alcohol, bulimia, anorexia, all these different things, and a lot of it comes from a lot of the stress, feeling inadequate to your family or to other people around you that make you feel less than, and sometimes it can get really bad. So no, it's really amazing that you have this platform now to share your story with people and to give them encouragement, saying, hey, it can get bad, but it can also get better.
And the best way to get through that message to people is music.
Awesome. And it's really true, and it's beautiful to hear. Okay, so next one. Now we're gonna go Señor Latino. It's your Gamma. All right. So you are from Jalisco and Tepa.
Tepatitlán, Jalisco.
Okay, and so I didn't realize this, and you were just telling this before we got started filming, but it's actually where they do Tapatio.
The state, it is. The actual area is
right over by it.
There's a lot of towns that start with the same 4 letters.
Okay.
So that's why that area is the Tapatio area.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm a Tapatio.
He's a Tapatio! Hey. So free hot sauce from him. Yeah. And he's also spicy as fuck. Which is great. And boys, that's his hashtag, spicy as fuck. So you moved here to the U.S. in 2006 as a young teen, and kind of were you out at that time at all, or were you still kind of discovering your sexuality at that time? Because you were young. I know you were younger when you were moving here.
I feel like at that point I already knew, but I always kind of knew.
Gotcha. Because I was curious.
Just not sure.
No, yeah. I was just really curious to see like the difference between, obviously, you guys are all from different areas of the U.S. and also different countries, but coming from a place like Mexico, which is so close, and a lot of people have been around here in Mexico, from especially Southern California. And so what did you see was the biggest difference between living there in Tapa to living here in Los Angeles?
When I first moved here, I was in Fresno.
In Fresno? Okay.
I guess just the how rushed we always are.
Okay.
You have to always be checking your watch and running up and down if you want to make money.
Right, no, that's true. Everyone's on the go.
It's true. If you don't do that, you're not going to get nowhere.
Yeah.
And in Mexico, I guess, maybe because I was a kid, it was more like chill.
True.
I had nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and I can see the difference with that.
Over here, I got here, and then I guess the language was a little...
Language barrier.
It still is.
Yeah. But your English is really good, so...
It's getting there.
It's good. We understand you.
Every day, my roommate, he does not speak any Spanish, so what can I do?
Well, and so I'm gonna do both you and Randy both speak Tagalog?
I speak Tagalog.
You speak Tagalog. Okay.
I speak Spanish.
Just Spanish. Okay. So, but it's great that you guys again have different languages and this whole group of guys, and it's cool that you have different aspects from the different background. So we're gonna do a little bit about Gamma that some of you might not know. He's a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo.
He likes outdoors. And what's your favorite thing about doing outdoor stuff? Because that's, such a generalistic thing for someone to say, but what is your favorite thing about being outside and being outdoors?
It takes me back to Mexico.
Okay.
Like we were just talking about, because I grew up in Mexico. My dad had a farm.
Oh, cool.
So I grew up in the country with cows and chickens.
Okay. So you're used to kind of like a very rural area.
Yeah, we
of
have
farm
mountains
life.
and rivers.
Got it.
So me and my little brothers, which is 2 of them, but there's 7 of us.
Yeah.
We would go to the river and swim every day. We would go hiking on bikes or whatever.
So you're always out and out in nature, outdoors, all of those.
So whenever I get a chance out here, I take my boys and we go hiking.
Oh, do you guys go to Runyon or anything in particular?
We've been there a few times, but we like to go to the other one where the tree is.
Wisdom tree.
Wisdom tree.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
There's
cool.
a big flag right there. You won't miss it.
Lots of people have done it and put up pictures of that. Okay, and then so originally, back in the day, you were in a small little band with your siblings.
Yes.
kind of tell about that experience and kind of what did you guys actually do?
It was awesome. My brother still has that same band.
Oh, really? Okay.
But this is back in Mexico when I was growing up. I was the drummer.
Okay.
I would sing too. He would play the guitar. And then we had cool. 3 other boys. We had a guy that played the accordion and the bass, and I forgot what the other guy played. But it was awesome. It was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to learn what
Coco Gamma.
Cute. That's actually very similar. So it's actually the animated life of Gamma before he moved to the
very
US.
similar.
Very similar. And so what would you say would be the one thing you miss the most about back home in Mexico?
I guess my family.
Okay.
You know, I still see them, but it's hard now.
It's right because
like
it's
I said, my
far.
brother's over there. He hates he doesn't hate the U.S. He just doesn't like living here.
Yeah.
So
he'd rather be back home with family and everything, which makes sense.
He's older. He lived all his life there, so
yeah.
I guess it's just my brother, his kids.
I got it.
But I get to see them here and there.
Fair enough.
Other than that,
not much. He's like, I'm happy. And so I want to talk about a fun thing that you did that we found out. The 50 Shades collection you did.
Oh my god!
So it was actually, and the nice thing about it is it's sexy as fuck, but it's tastefully sexy. If you want some good soft porn, just watch this. It's a lot of fun. But it was a great collection. It's actually a really great collection. So
I hope you get to see everybody's, not just mine. Okay, there's like 50 different people, so go.
Yeah, no, it was a huge collaboration with men and women, and it was. The artist wanted to do something that was showcasing the human body and the sexuality of the human body, but still tastefully not being basically porn and nudity.
Which it kind of is, but...
it's soft porn. It's not, again, you're not seeing everything. Like, we still have to measure. We don't know exactly how long it is. But...
That was years ago, by the way.
But it was in 2014.
It's grim.
2014?
2014, yeah. And
no,
he was...
That was really before that.
It was said it was on 2014.
That's
what the
really
date.
skinny,
He looks really skinny and really young. It's true. So right before you go do the audition couch, go check this out. So what was?
I have some new ones on Instagram. Just go check.
Yeah, just go check.
I look better now. Go.
You know his last name.
Baez.
Last name.
Instagram,
If you take off the Z, it equals Bay. So.
Go for it.
All right, and now we're going to switch from torturing Gamma to.
Torturing Devin.
Oh.
So, Devin, you're originally from Florida.
Yes, Tampa.
Was it Tampa or St. Petersburg?
Well, I'm originally from St. Petersburg.
Okay.
I was born in St. Petersburg, but...
and then you moved to Tampa. Okay. And that's a great area. I used to live in Pensacola, so I love Florida. It's a really hot area and humid, but it's beautiful. And so went to school in Tampa, graduated, and then went to school at Florida A&M. Mm-hmm. So what was sociology your main emphasis, like your major, or was that just a side?
Well, okay. Let's go in depth.
Do it.
Honestly, I had been studying musical theater since 3rd grade.
Okay.
I'm a musical theater brat, much like Mike.
Yeah.
However, I wanted to just go out into the world and go be free and perform.
Got it.
And my father at the time said, "You can do whatever you want to do, but my money's going to FAMU." And I was like, "Okay, I'll follow the money, Dad." So he put me through college. I had to pick a major, obviously.
Gotcha.
But I wasn't, I was in the band, so I didn't have time necessarily to do theater. Because I didn't have time to do
So
both.
theater was more on the side at that point.
Theater was more on the side.
Okay.
I just needed to get something quick. So sociology, the study of beautiful people. I love people, so.
Yeah, and you honestly have, it's a really fun background for you because I love, he puts this up there and I freaking love it. It's the coolest thing ever, but his best first job ever was a Cold Stone Creamery out in Florida, out in Tampa. And it's actually, if you've never been to Cold Stone, it's freaking bomb.
My Cold Stone in particular was bomb AF.
Yeah.
Reasons why. We were top 10 in the nation.
Oh, really?
We used to have the Cold Stone Creamery competition, and we were top 10 in the nation because we sang. We had 77 songs in rotation. We were legit. We worked hard. That was my first job ever, and I didn't quit that job until I moved out here.
Right, 2015. Right.
So
And then the next thing, and then this is the part that I thought was just so fascinating. The first thing was a little fun, but the other two places that you started working at in Florida were just, it blew my mind, and then actually what you did as it. So you did a SeaWorld Entertainment Company, and you also did Busch Gardens out there as well. But you were a performer, and you did stilt walker and acrobatic stuff and a lot of stuff as well. Let's talk about the SeaWorld one, because the Cirque Dreams Jungle Fantasy that you did there was what that was all about. Please explain that for everyone, because it's freaking fascinating what they do with that.
Well, Cirque Dreams Jungle Fantasy is Cirque Dreams is an actual company, and they have several shows. One of their residencies that used to be in New York was called Jungle Fantasy.
Okay.
And they condensed that show and brought it to Busch Gardens, and I was selected to be one of the Jungle Boys.
Gotcha.
Where we were acrobats. We helped with a lot of the specialty acts that came from all over the world, and it was a really, really, really fun experience. It was something I'll never forget. That was the only time, I will tell you, that I have worn heels.
Oh, really? We'll fix that. We'll totally fix that. But again, it's so fascinating with the fact that bringing nature, but adding this crazy cool performance on it, almost like a nature-esque Cirque du Soleil kind of esque thing. And so, what out of all of that, what was kind of the most like amazing thing you saw or did out of all that experience through the troupe?
Through Cirque Dreams, well, there was two in particular. There was, everybody was amazing. They were so talented, but these contortionists that would contort their bodies in unimaginable ways, and they were so nice and so humble, and to watch how long, as a dancer, I'm used to.
Freak me out when they start bending.
I know, when they start bending, you should see they're the Mongolian circus troupe, but they're like freaking amazing. But also, there was this awesome kid. His name was Dave. I can't even say it. David. It's spelled Devied or something like that. And he was this 9-year-old kid who was just following his dreams with his dad, and they had a duo act that they would do, and we were like assistants to him. Throughout the show, throughout the troupe, I got to watch him grow and everything, and like we still keep in contact today. That was years ago. I don't know how you found that, but
I found everything everywhere. Be careful what's on Google. But that's really okay. So you move out here and started working at Universal and doing stuff with them at the actual Universal Studios in Hollywood.
Yes.
And the cool thing that you've done, and I think I may have actually seen you in it. It's by I think it's the Mummy ride, or you're on stilts as one of the I don't know if it's Horus or whatever.
There's Anubis.
Anubis, and you dress up as the one with the was it wolf or a dog?
It's Anubis
or
is
jackal?
the god of death, and he is jackal.
Jackal, right? And you're like 10 foot, 12 foot, something like that in these things, and you're just standing there, and it's just this intimidating black god on stilts with all this like crazy cool gold makeup and like this. It's really stunning to see. How did you get involved into Universal Studios?
Well, honestly, I had been aspiring to work for Universal for a number of years, actually in Florida, but it was always conflicting with Busch Gardens scheduling. And so when I moved out here, I didn't even put two and two together that there was a Universal Studios out here.
Oh.
So I just gradually started going to auditions, getting to know people. And it's funny, before I got hired, I went and saw that role, and I was like, that's really, really cool. I love them. And then a few months later, I went and auditioned and became one. And just incorporating my 11 years of still walking with the character there, it's a really, really fun experience. I get to be, who gets to say they get to be a god?
Yeah.
So,
well,
people accept it without.
It's so cool. Oh, it's just, you're right there after everyone's waiting in line for the ride, and you're kind of like right out under the promenade or pavilion.
Well, we get to roam. We get anywhere.
Oh, you guys get to go in there.
We get to stalk people, spy on people.
We're nice.
We're pretty intense. You should come check us out.
And it is. And they'll get because when they're sitting there towering over you, it's really, it's intimidating as hell, but it's really cool to see. And some of these guys are just like these burly men on stilts, and it's intense to see. And so you also do something with Action Horizons, the amphibian stunts, and you do a velociraptor in that. Is that part of what you do with Universal, or is that completely separate?
Action Horizons is actually a separate vendor.
Okay.
It's a stunt company. They have shows here in Universal Studios, but they also do a lot of movie work. They have an Action Horizons over in, I believe, Japan as well, overseas. So they're
an
an international
worldwide.
company.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
And They have brought to life Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and brought Velociraptors to life.
That's so cool.
And yes, I really enjoy doing that.
Is that those like body suits basically where you're in an almost real looking one and it's your feet like detached at the bottom?
Well, no, these are one of a kind. There's only 3.
So this is like no one's ever seen unless they're there.
Yes, unless they're there. This is a full living, breathing Velociraptor. You cannot at all see any aspect of the human.
Wow.
And it is untamed. It is wild. There's no set show of what it could be.
Okay.
Your Velociraptor might actually attack you one day. So
it's really cool. It's really cool. And I mean, honestly, I mean, just the fact of me, just from sitting here talking with the 3 of you, of the backgrounds you're doing with modeling, with acting and modeling, and then with this aspect of doing crazy acrobatic stunts and really the stilt walking too, which I thought was just so fascinating with all of you. You really have such great individual personalities, but when you listen to your music, it all comes together very harmoniously, and you guys sound like a group. And it's really, I mean, you're pretty damn close to being one voice, but it's all, I mean, it's just all sounds so clean together, and I love that you pull in all these different nuances of each other to bring up Echo V and what you guys are as a band. I'm going to mention a couple things about the other 2 because they're not fucking here. So, sorry. So T will be spelled I can't tongue talk, fuck it. So Jay, for anyone who doesn't know, Jay is the other African American on the group, and he's such a sweetheart. The other dark meat, and he's originally from North Carolina, back out east. He was in he did freaking agricultural and technical state college. I really wish he was here because I really want to know why.
He was an Aggie.
He was an Aggie. Like, that cracks me up. Do you know anything about that? So we can say Shay?
Well, I don't know anything about Aggies in particular.
Oh, he will be watching.
But,
he's watching. Hi, Jay.
But I know he has a lot of Aggie pride. Aggie, MCAT is there, another HBCU, which stands for anyone who doesn't know in the room. Historically Black College and University.
Yeah.
There
I didn't know it either. I was like,
so the Aggies, they're
really
an
cool.
HBCU. I went to an HBCU.
Oh, it's great that they have that heritage with that. It's so awesome.
So we're really proud.
Aggie boys, woo! All right. And then, well, I mean, Aggie,
he's the Aggie boy.
He's the Aggie boy.
I'm a rattler.
Troublemakers, that's what they are. And then just a little bit about Michael, for anyone who doesn't know Mike. He is from out in West Chester, Pennsylvania. So he's an East Coast boy, and went to school actually here in Southern California at USC. He did chemistry and theater, which still cracks me up. I'm like, he's a nerd, but I didn't think he was that big of a nerd, so I love him even more now because he's a total geek like me. And he is the musical theater fanatic in the group. Yes. And he does a lot of the choreography for your guys' routines and stuff, correct? Or do you guys all
it's a collaborative effort. We
okay.
all work on it together, just finding our movements and what suits us.
Okay.
We'll all throw in input.
Got it. So I know he does a lot of it for the places he works for.
But he works at the Crown Theater Company.
Okay.
And for the Crown Theater Company
Musical
doing
stuff.
Yeah. He's got, well, I'll just list a few of like the 30. Crown Theater, Moonlight Stage Productions, 5-Star Theatricals, LA Odyssey Theater, Pasadena Civic Auditorium, San Diego Musical Theater, and Kaleidoscope Theater. Girl doesn't know how to freaking calm the fuck down. She is busy, busy, busy bee. So what I actually found was really cool that you, Devin, and Mike were a part of was a show just in 2017 called Still Waiting in the Wings. And you guys were on the same, it was the same show but different sets that you guys were actually a part of. So you actually didn't even meet originally in it until later on for the group.
That was, it's an actually movie by Jeffrey Johns called Waiting in the Wings, and it's a sequel, Still Waiting.
Okay.
And so, Michael actually shot his scenes a long, long time before I did. I got to shoot my scene with Lee Merriweather. It was the grand finale scene. It was an awesome experience because we got to actually use the outfits that were used in the 42nd or something, 42nd Street Tony Awards. And so it was a really, really fun experience. And then we were just happened to be talking about it at a rehearsal later, and we found out that we were both in it. And we were like, what? So then we had a premiere and everything.
That's so cool.
Really
and
nice.
so if you guys haven't got to know them, you can go to echovofficial.com to check out the website for the boys and go check them out on social media. We tagged them in our post earlier, and I'll tag them in this as well. And so we're here in just a second. We're going to play their song, but for Let You Go, and give you guys a little sneak peek for what you can expect on Friday. But I want them to just give us one quick I'm going to go down really quick, but what I want to know from you guys is, what is one thing you hope someone pulls from the song? Either an emotion, an inspiration, an ideal, whatever it is. What do you personally hope someone gets from hearing Let You Go? Gamma, I'm going to start with you.
I'm going to give 2 answers. First, I hope you feel the song. I hope you like it. I hope you pull that feeling, connects to you in some way. Also, I want you to pull out your wallet and purchase it.
Yeah! Money, honey! It's 99 cents on iTunes, Shopify, and all this shit.
Come on, buy it as a Christmas present for somebody else.
But yeah, and it's on their website as well. When you go to the shop portion of it, you can go and purchase it there as well. So
you can purchase our merch too there.
Yeah.
If you want a shirt.
If you want shirts, if you want hats, if you want stuff, from courtesy of Proforma and Rough House Trading Company. They are the bomb. All right, your turn, Devin.
Me personally, I really, really connect with the song, and it has so much meaning to it that I think the meaning speaks for itself.
Okay.
What I want people to really pull from it is the vocals and just hearing the almost 90s R&B sound that we haven't heard in a really long time from 5 really strong vocalists. So
awesome.
That's what I want you guys to pull.
All right, and then
pull out your
money, honey.
Well, of course, the money.
If you didn't hear it first, you will hear it again.
I think I need to elaborate, but and secondly, I hope people, it reconnects people that's having a problem in their relationship.
Oh.
Because people, I don't want to let you go. I don't want to let you go. It's someone that cares about someone. Hopefully, the song will help them realize that, look, maybe they should be together.
Why did you cheated though?
Right. Well, that's different.
So
that's a different song. That's the next track. That's the next single.
That's the third one. It's going to be that. It's going to be playing with your bow, and then it's going to be fixing your shit. All right. So we're going to play this really quick. It's the clip from Let You Go. Gonna get it going. What's that? Sorry. I pushed my imaginary play button. Make sure this is
Technical difficulty.
She's got, there it is.
Hey.
I had to push the damn button. No, of course I had to do it. That was my fucking fault. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Let You Go. Let You Go. We're not going to give you the full scoop because you need to come this Friday, December 22nd, 7 to 9 p.m. over at Mickey's West Hollywood and see the actual video because you get to see all these boys. I mean, fuck it. I mean, just like hot boys and you get a package of 5. Imagine that.
5-piece variety bag.
5-piece bucket.
Hey.
Crispy, spicy, and sexy.
And teriyaki.
You get a lot of flavor. You get a little Mexican spice. You get a little teriyaki.
Get that southern meat.
Jungle fever. There you go.
Gravy.
Right, the black. We hope all right, but no, we really want to thank you boys for coming on. We're so sorry. Jay and Mike can't make it, but they're with us in spirit.
Hi, Jay, Mike.
And we love them both. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being on here and letting us dive into what is Echo V, and really excited to see what you guys will be doing here this next year, and also for Best Day coming out here soon in 2018. So we'll check you out on Friday. We'll put all their information in the links so you can guys check them out and see them on social media. Stalk them, motherfuckers. Just stalk them. It's fun. Especially Gamma. Those pictures are fun. And he's got more. Well, thank you, everyone. See you later. Bye.
Bye.